MCAS number 5, Academy Online. This is question number 3. There'll be 2 explanations, so the video length is a little bit longer than the others. Alright, so we're looking for a rectangular room. So I'm going to draw my rectangular room. It's 18 feet by 12 feet. I'm going to label that. But in the question it asks for square yards, so I have to be careful. The first method I'm going to show you is converting before you multiply. So the first thing we have to do is convert 18 feet into X number of yards. And then I'm going to do 12 feet convert that into Y number of yards. So we need to remember the conversion factor that 3 feet are in 1 yard. You can find that in your planner. You can find that online, anywhere, but that is a conversion factor. So we're going to need that. So if I set up a quick proportion, 3 feet is to 1 yard as 18 feet is to X yards. And this is what we're working on in class. Cross product, we get 3x is equal to 18. Divide both sides by 3, x equals 6. So I know another unit that 18 feet is the same as 6 yards. Again, we're going to just have to do this over again for our 12 feet. So again, we'll set up another proportion. 3 feet is to 1 yard as 12 feet is to y yards. Cross product, I get 3y is equal to 12, therefore y is equal to 4. So 12 feet is the same as 4 yards. Since I'm looking to find square yards, I'm going to have to multiply, once converted, 6 yards times 4 yards is going to give me my area, and that's what we're looking for. So again, when you multiply, you don't have to worry about yards, but we get area is equal to 6 times 4, which is 24. Yards times yards gives me square yards. So quickly here we can generate the sentence. If it starts with words, it ends with words. You will need 24 square yards of carpeting. That's method 1, and now I'm going to show you method 2. All right, method 2 is instead of converting first, it's if you convert after you multiply. So if you're looking at this and you know it's square yards and it's 12 feet by 18 feet, if you jump straight into area, which is going to be 12 times 18, and that's going to give you square feet, you know that this room is 216 square feet. But now you have to convert that into square yards. It's not as easy as you might think. We don't just divide by 3. We have to set up our conversion factor. 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. But again, that conversion factor is feet to yards. And I'm converting from square feet to square yards. So in class, we learned how to manipulate a conversion factor. So I'm going to have to manipulate this. I'm going to have to multiply by itself to be able to square it. So 3 feet squared is equal to 1 yard squared. So again, you're going to have to multiply the number. So 3 times 3 is 9, and feet times feet is square feet. Again, doing that for yards. 1 times 1 is 1. Yards times yards is square yards. So to convert square feet to square yards, you have to use this conversion factor instead of feet to yard. You have to make sure your units are correct. So if I set up my proportion, 9 square feet is to 1 square yard as 216 square feet is to X yards. Cross product, I get 9X is equal to 216. Now I have to divide by 9. Some of you are only dividing by 3. You didn't change your conversion factor. So in this case, we get X equals 24, which helps us and leads us to the same answer as method 1, that the room would need 24 square yards of carpeting.